Are you a marketing or CX leader that's finding it hard to get the rest of the organisation on the same page when it comes to customer segmentation? In this episode, we're going to talk through how to create great customer segmentation and use it to unify your organisation. Welcome to the Customer Smarts podcast, where you'll discover smarter ways to deliver customer experiences. I'm your host, Justin Stafford, and I've been helping big brands with digital transformation and CX strategy for many years. There are 4 sections I'm going to talk you through. Number 1, what should you avoid when creating segments? Number 2, some tips on how to create segments. Number 3, barriers that might prevent you from creating great segmentation. And number 4, how can you use customer segmentation to unite silos in your organization? Number 1, and most important, is not having multiple sets of segmentation sitting in different teams. How can you create a great customer experience for the brand if every team has a different view of the customer? Number 2, demographic-based segments. There was a recent example floating around on LinkedIn showing how King Charles and Ozzy Osbourne have exactly the same demographics. But obviously, they're very, very different people, which shows the downside of demographic-based segments. Number 3, age bracket segments. For example, 35 to 45. What does a 35 to 45-year-old want? Well, who the hell knows? Because you need to ask follow-up questions to get anywhere, which shows how redundant they are. Number 4, segments that are too theoretical and scientific. I've seen many examples of segments created by people or consultancies with more of a theoretical or research-based background. And I've never really actually used segments to create content or experiences. So they don't think about how the organization will actually use them, which can lead to basically unusable and very redundant segments. Number 5, complicated segmentation. I've seen segments or personas that are just too hard to understand and also just very difficult to distinguish between different segments. They should be nice and clear and easy to understand. It's about what makes the segments unique after all. Number 6, product-centric segments. Literally just product groupings, which is never going to help you understand your customers better. Number 7, usability. If they're not easily usable across the entire organization, then you've failed. And it's going to be hard to get the other teams on the same page. Now we're moving on to section 2, tips to create great customer segmentation. There are 5 key things. Number 1, creating one centralized set of customer segments so your entire organization is on the same page. They have to be usable by all, otherwise the cracks start to form. Ideally, you can simplify down to some really simple core segments, but also allow for subsegments if needed. For example, one core segment might be home buyers, so the subsegments might be first-time buyers, family upgraders, and downsizers. Number 2, behavioural-based, not demographic. It's much easier to create experiences and content for people's behaviours versus their age. For example, it's a lot easier to design for a first-home buyer compared to designing for a 35-year-old, as you have no idea what their goals and interests are. Number 3, goal-based segments, which happens to be my favourite. Why? Well, the focus becomes on the customer and how to help them with their goal. It's a great way to shift your organisation away from product-centric thinking, and it's easy for your colleagues to understand. It also helps connect silo teams who previously competed for your customers' attention. For example, let's say your customers have the goal of buying their first car. That could connect a car finance team and a car insurance team who previously might have been competing for the same customers. Number 4, thinking ahead with usability testing. You have to think ahead with how these segments will be used throughout your entire organization. They need to help you target or identify customers through behaviors and help you create better experiences and content for them. If they don't do those things, then they're redundant. Number 5, personas. They can be a great way to bring your segments to life and help make them more relatable for your colleagues by using imagery and easy to understand personality traits. I'll do another episode on persona development down the track. At the end of the day, segments have to be easy to understand for everyone, as well as being usable across your entire organization. Moving on to section 3, we're going to explore the barriers to creating great segmentation. One of the challenges to creating a unified set of segments can be the other departments not wanting to play ball, as they may have their own view of their customers for their product or business unit. They also may have been burnt in the past by impractical segmentation. This is why it's really important to make the segment development process collaborative, and make sure you listen to every team who has a connection to the end customer. So many times I've seen marketing or CX teams roll out a new set of segments and the other teams just struggle to use them. I was recently working with a financial services company that was using age bracket segments, so 19 to 25, 25 to 35. The problem was, it wasn't really helping the customer service team, the marketing team, or the product teams do their jobs better. So they went off and created their own versions. Rather than seeing it as an opportunity to unite teams, they drove them away, forcing them to create their own customer segments because, like I said, they didn't help them do their jobs better. It's such a lost opportunity, and it's the beginning of a dark path to fragmented CX. And now for the last section. How can you use customer segmentation to unite organizational silos? I'm going to start with an example. We were working on a project with an insurance company where we created goal-based segments. One of those segments was home buyers. This kind of goal-based structure connected 4 product teams who had never really worked together. So the home insurance team, the home security products team, the home trade services team, which was a team of building inspectors, electricians, plumbers, and so forth, and the strata management team. When they all connected their expertise, they were able to create a far more comprehensive customer experience, which included developing a home buying guide and a property inspection checklist. Customers loved it, and it became a great prospect generation tool that's sustainable and delivers a great return on investment. The interesting part is, there's no way they would have ever been able to create it if they stuck to their own silos. When you start from shared customer goals, you can unite teams to create bigger, better impacts for the customers and the business. Now I'm going to share some of the key learnings throughout the process in that project. Number 1, listen to the product and BU managers. Try to understand as much as you can about their view and experience of the customer. They're normally quite passionate about it and have plenty of gold. So if you incorporate their thinking into the segment structure and design it to help them do their job better, then they're far more likely to use it. Number 2, what are their business goals? You may be thinking, this is customer segmentation. Why do we need to know a product manager's business goals? Well, because it helps you structure the segmentation in a way that's useful for them. Most product or BU managers want to acquire more of their current types of customers, reach new types of customers, or cross-sell to current customers from other product areas. Most companies struggle with that last one. Number 3, usability testing. I've mentioned this before, but it's just so critical. Test with all your product and BU managers and make sure it's usable for all. It can always be added to, but the fundamental structure needs to be solid. Number 4, segmentation should inform your data structure. The goal is to have a structure that enables your whole organization to continually build intelligence on your customers in one central location. That's how modern companies are built. Your customer data is your fuel. Just look at Amazon, Google, Facebook, etc. Number 5, last point, great segmentation makes customer engagement a hell of a lot easier. If segmentation is well structured and data is aligned and all the other departments are on board, then the engagement strategy can be a way to unify teams, where all teams are working together to drive customer goals, not competing against each other in silos. So to sum up the episode, your segmentation can be way more powerful than you think. If you found this insightful, make sure you hit the subscribe or follow button now, as we have some great episodes coming up. Next time, we'll be diving deeper into customer engagement strategy and how to overcome product centricity and short-term thinking. And if you have any questions or would like any help on the issues I talked through today, then reach out to us at customersmarts.co. Catch you next time.